Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Planning and Zoning meeting on September 27th. My name is David Leland. I will be chairing tonight's meeting. As we begin, I'd like to mention a few housekeeping items regarding participation. Public comment will be solicited during each actionable agenda item. Once I ask for public comment on a specific item, please raise your hand. Village staff will announce the speaker by stating their name and unmute the audio. We're allowed up to 3 minutes to bring up your point for your comment. When called, please state your name and address for the record and proceed with your comment, speaking clearly during your allotted time. And if everyone would now please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Christina, you want to do roll call, please?
Yes. Chairman David Leland,
Here.
Vice Chairwoman June Perrin, Commissioner Adam Miller, Commissioner Philip Marquis,
Here.
Commissioner Ray Nazareth, Laura McClellan, alternate 1. Here. Kara Kauser, alternate 2. Here.
And we have the minutes from last month's Planning and Zoning. I need a motion to approve those.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the first item on the agenda tonight is application number 22-83 AAR.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Is the applicant present? Is the applicant present online? Christina, do you see anybody from there? So, sir, if you could go to the podium over there and state your name for the record when you get there. Thank you, sir. This is a quasi-judicial hearing, so I'll swear you and Bradford in at the same time. Could you raise your right hand for me? Bradford, do you both swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Chair. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to ask for ex parte disclosures from the commission. Any on this item?
No.
Thank you.
Bradford?
We are having a problem with the screen and what is being shown here. I can't just pull this down. Okay. The applicant is seeking architectural approval for a new wall signage for an existing building located at 1402 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard. The applicant is requesting new wall signage for a medical office. The applicant is proposing one wall sign which reads Soma Medical Center Pediatrics. The proposed colors are translucent green and vinyl blue and are shown here on this slide. And staff is recommending approval of this application. I'll turn the floor back.
I have nothing.
Nothing? No. Okay, then
Does the applicant have any presentation?
we don't have any public comments. There's no one online giving comment. Christina?
Nobody's online.
Mr. Chair, if we could ask the audience too, I think there may be members of the public present in person.
Are there any members of the public present, or is everyone here on the agenda tonight? I get no answers, some answers. Okay. All right. Well, if there's no further discussion, does anyone want to make a motion on application?
I'll make a motion, we approve application number 22-83.
Second?
I'll second motion.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Get out of here quick. Night. Okay, the next application we have is application number 22-84 AAR.
Thank you. When you ladies get to the podium, can you state your names for the record and I'll swear you in? Thank you. Can you both raise your right hands for me? Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. And I'll ask the Planning and Zoning Commission for any ex parte disclosures on this item. Thank you.
Great. The applicant is seeking architectural approval for new wall, window, and monument signage for existing building located at 310 State Road 7. The applicant is proposing one wall sign which reads Skechers, one window sign which reads Skechers 310, and a tenant panel replacement on an existing freestanding monument sign. The proposed colors are European blue, blue PMS, 281C, white 3M7725-10. And these are some illustrations of the sign. Staff is recommending approval. I'll turn the floor back over to you, Chairman. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have a presentation or? Okay, please proceed. Thank you. Is there any comment from the public? Okay. Then discussion. No?
I have nothing.
I have no comment.
Yeah, you guys are getting better all the time doing your homework before we get here. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, well, if there's no further discussion, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion we approve application number 22-A4.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? You get out of here quick, too. Okay, the next item on the agenda is application number 22-95 from Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Can the applicant proceed to the podium and state their name for the record? Thank you. Same drill. Can you raise your right hand for me, and I'll swear you in. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir? Thank you, sir. And I'll turn back to the commission and ask for ex parte disclosures on this item.
No.
Thank you.
Great. The applicant is seeking special exception use approval in order to operate an automobile rental agency, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, with an ancillary indoor hand wash, car wash from its previously approved tenant space bay 10381 to a new tenant space bay 10231 Southern Boulevard within the same vicinity on a property currently constructed in site plan as commercial shopping center. This property is located within the general commercial zoning district, and this is the village shops on 441. The proposed location is highlighted in green, and the current location is highlighted in red. Again, the applicant is looking for a special exception use approval for an automobile rental agency. The village staff has looked at the criteria for granting special exceptions. We feel as though this meets that criteria. It's simply moving the bay, and staff is recommending approval. And with that being said, I'll turn the floor back over to you. Thank you.
Do you have a presentation for us, or?
Mr. Chairman, no, I'm just here to answer any questions that you may have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Ask again. Any public comment? And you notice I'm bringing this up because last month I kept forgetting to ask for public comment. I won't do that again. No other comments. Commissioners, any questions for the applicant? Kara?
I have none.
I have
Phil?
nothing.
all-star list here. Okay. Can I have a motion then on application number 22-95?
I'll make a motion we approve application number 22-95.
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next application is 22-86 SE, telecommunications tower.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I could make one announcement, the applicant reached out to Bradford's office and requested postponement of this item due to the storm. They were traveling from the West Coast and their client was coming into town, so they've asked to be put on next month's agenda for both this item and item number 5. To do that, we need to do that by motion, separate motions for each item, but the motion would be to postpone this item to the time certain date of October 25th at 7 p.m., which is your next regular meeting.
Would anyone like to make a motion for that, to postpone this?
I'll move to postpone this item to next month's meeting, application number 2286.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then I'll move to postpone application 2287 to next month as well.
I'll second.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All those opposed? No. Okay, on to our final application, number 22-100 SPM AAR.
Great. The applicant is seeking site plan modification and architectural approval for a 5.77 acre recreation site for property located at 900 Crestwood Boulevard. The proposed site plan modification includes multidisciplinary athletic courts, basketball, pickleball, tennis, and volleyball, open space, 4 outdoor pavilions, a restroom facility, and a playground. So as you can see, this will be where the volleyball court is located. This is where the Bellicera development occurs. This is a playground. We've purposely located the courts the furthest away from the residents to the greatest extent possible. The parking will be provided on the south side of the multi-purpose field. Ingress and egress will be from Crestwood Boulevard. The applicant is also seeking architectural approval for various buildings and landscaping. This slide shows the landscaping for the site. Much of the perimeter landscape was installed as part of the Bellicera subdivision. Much of what you are seeing here is landscaping for interior areas of the park. Here's an illustration of the architecture for the restrooms and the common theme throughout the park. Overall, the proposed site plan modification and architectural approval is in conformance with the village's requirements for these types of recreation public parks and consistent with the requirements of the single-family residential RS3 zoning district, particularly as it pertains to parcel size, parcel width, setbacks, pervious area, parking requirements, landscape areas, and a maximum building height, and therefore staff is recommending approval of application 22-100. And with that being said, Chairman, I'll turn the floor back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And when you get there, sir, could you state your name for the record and I'll swear you in?
For the record, Donaldson Hearing with Kotler and Hearing.
Thank you, sir. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth with your right hand raised?
I do.
Thank you, sir. And let me ask the Planning and Zoning Commission if there are any ex parte disclosures on this item.
No.
Thank you.
And do you have a presentation for us tonight?
I do. I have a brief presentation for you. Again, for the record, Donaldson Hearing here tonight on behalf of the Village of Royal Palm Beach. Really excited to share the new plans for this proposed park. It's a great little park in a great location. And somehow I went back to the web that hit the wrong button. Here we go. As Bradford pointed out, the site's 5.77 acres, and so this was the site that was dedicated to the Village of Royal Palm Beach as a part of the Bellicera approval to satisfy their recreation requirement. We're requesting site plan approval, modification of the existing plan, and architectural approval as well. Here's a slide that shows the proposed park in context with the Bellicera community and surrounding area. So the site is located just on the north side of Crestwood. It's just just west of Royal Palm Beach Boulevard by about a quarter of a mile. And the immediate boundary on the east is the M1 Canal, and you can see Bellicera to the north and to the west, and Crestwood to the immediate south. And as I think Bradford was trying to highlight, that a lot of thought went into this with your entire engineering and planning and recreation staff. We looked at a lot of different plans and concepts, and this one was really intended to, provide a multi-purpose field that's contiguous to the residential area, and then the more active sports courts that are adjacent to the M1 Canal and along Crestwood Boulevard. There is an emergency access way, which is the pathway which leads from Crestwood all the way up into the cul-de-sac at Bellicera. That was a part of the original Bellicera plan. And so we are maintaining that as a multi-purpose pedestrian walkway, as well as an emergency access to support fire rescue. I'll skip over some of the details and just go to the enlargement. A couple of things to point out. The park has a nice variety of uses, multi-purpose that could be pick up soccer, pick up lacrosse, baseball, or just free play. We're proposing a variety of sports courts, which include 2 tennis, 2 pickleball, 2 basketball, and sand volleyball, and a wonderful playground area. There are 5 shade shelters that are provided, so there are a lot of opportunities for different types of family gatherings, whether it's a family gathering near the volleyball and the playground, or if it's related to the multi-purpose or related toward the water. We also have an opportunity to get down to a small walkway, boardwalk area that runs along the M1 Canal. The majority of the landscape buffers on the north were installed as a part of the original Lennar Bellicera project. Same thing on the west, and for the most part on the south side of the site, we are augmenting the areas where we're adding access points so that those are appropriately highlighted. The landscaping that's before you today is predominantly native plant material, oaks, royal palms, thatch palms. We've also introduced some trees for color, which include Bolnasia trees, as well as some Royal Point siennas, just to provide some visual interest for those that are enjoying the site. So we think it's a great addition, very much like the park that you have up by La Mancha. This was kind of some of the inspiration that we had. Parking is located along Crestwood Boulevard. And there's great opportunity for pedestrian connections from the surrounding communities, from the school to the east, and from the community, obviously, the Bellicera community to the north. The architecture for the restroom buildings and the pavilions is very much so in keeping with what you see around the village, with a standing seam metal roof, light colors, certainly in keeping with the overall flavor of the village. Landscaping you've seen, and we're not really taking out any trees. We're maintaining really what's already existing. And with that, it's just been an honor to work with the village staff and the recreation staff and Bradford's team on this request. We're more than happy to answer any questions and would ask for your approval of this proposal that's before you this evening.
Thank you. Okay, the public is dwindling. Do we have any comments from the public? Okay. We have any questions from our commissioners? Kara? Philip?
It looks very nice.
Yeah. Okay. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, we approve application number 22-100.
Can I get a second?
And I'll second.
Deal. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Stay dry and stay safe.
Okay, our next meeting is on Tuesday, October 25th, and we are officially adjourned. We're going to move on to our local planning agency meeting. Christina, can you just confirm that everyone is still here for this meeting, please?
Yes. Chairman David Leland,
Here?
Vice Chairwoman June Perrin, Commissioner Adam Miller, Commissioner Philip Marquis,
Here.
Commissioner Ray Nazareth, Laura McClellan, alternate 1,
Still here.
Kara Hauser, alternate 2.
Here.
Hey. All right, the first item on here is can I get an approval of the minutes from the July 26th meeting? Can I get a motion for that?
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, first item for discussion is application number 22-25. It's a text amendment. And
Thank you. Can you approach the podium, sir, and state your name for the record?
Yes, good evening. For the record, Michael Owens, representing the School District of Palm Beach County.
Thank you. And I will go ahead, Mr. Chair, just read into the record. This is an application. The applicant is the School District of Palm Beach County. They're requesting a text amendment to the village code through approval of ordinance 1031 to revise the village's sign code at section 21-1 and 20-1 and 20-57 to add a definition for the term school board informational sign and to allow for school board informational signs on school board owned property with operating high schools as a matter of right, subject to additional location, brightness, messaging, and review conditions. And it's specifically requested for the property at 10600 Okeechobee Boulevard. With that, Mr. Owens, if I could swear you in. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. And I'll turn back to the local planning agency and ask if there are any ex parte disclosures on this item.
No.
Nope.
Thank you.
Bradford?
Yeah, so this, you have before you, and the applicant can make their presentation, but this is an applicant-driven text amendment. They're asking to modify 2 sections of the village's sign code. One is to define, the current code defines village informational signs. What they're asking to also define is school board informational signs, so that's a definition that you see in the ordinance. They're also asking to allow, for the code to allow those school board informational signs at high schools. So there's one within the village. They are proposing some additional regulations with regard to messaging to ensure that the messaging is not commercial in nature. It's strictly related to school board operations and the high school's operations. But with that, the applicant can add anything else that he'd like.
No, I believe you said it all, Mitty. I'm just here in case you have any questions of the school board. I can answer those.
Thank you. Lauren, any questions?
I guess I just have maybe a silly question. How come the school board is regulating themselves more than the village, or am I misunderstanding the backup material?
No, so there was some concern. The village recently updated its sign code. There was a change in the federal case law with regard to what you can and cannot regulate in terms of content. So what they're proposing is to help alleviate concerns. We only have in the village signs that we have on, we have one right out here outside Village Hall. So there was some concern in their proposal that opening it up to non-village controlled signs. So this is an attempt to help address those concerns.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
I don't have anything on this, but I've always been wondering why a local high school doesn't have a permanent sign out there. It's just a temporary sign we have up there.
Yeah, I believe right now it's a canvas sign. I think the original marquee of the high school was in a state of disrepair. It was not functional. And until we could, get the money together to put a new sign, we just basically put that canvas sign as a temporary sign. And this is the reason why we've been working with village staff so we could actually do this.
It's been up there for several years now.
It's been up for quite some time, correct. And, we're looking to, as we improve and go to schools throughout the county, we try to update to digital signs. And we've had, different discussions with different local governments with regards to that effort. With this one here, because, it wasn't basically allowed previously, we wanted to make sure and assure the village that we work within the parameters of their structure so that when we do have the sign, you guys are pleased with it, you know, brightness, et cetera, you know, length of time for it and the type of messaging, et cetera. So if this goes through and gets approved, you know, we can, you know, work towards getting a budget for these signs, which is upwards of $55,000-$60,000, and we can place it, and there won't be any code enforcement violations or anything to that nature.
Okay, thank you.
I guess my only question is, could this create any conflict if we get requests from private schools that are wishing to make these same requests?
So the code currently, that's a very good question. The code currently, this applies to public ownership property, so property that's zoned PO in the village. The school board's properties are zoned that. Those schools that you're talking about are not. They're in different zoning districts. So this text amendment would not apply to those entities because they're not in the correct zoning district.
Good. And that's the only question I had, is that banner's been up there since almost day one. Was that sign never built right?
I mean, that school predates my tenure with the school district. I can only assume that there was some issue with the original sign, and that we've had to put this, you know, campus sign up there for quite some time, just to, like I said, just as so people know. Obviously, everyone knows what the school is, but just you know, as a visual for new parents and new students. And yes, it has been up for quite some time, but we're looking to remedy that now.
Okay. No further discussion? Can I get a motion?
Public comment?
Public comment? There is no public.
Never know, online?
Nobody's
Second.
online.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we approve application number 22-25.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Be safe.
Like to see that done sooner rather than later, though.
Well, yes, once we, again, I think we have to go through we have one more process, correct, Bradford? We have one.
Got a village council first and second reading, then a building permit.
Right. And then, of course, when we do have the sign, we have plans that has to go through again, because you guys have to take a look at it, make sure everything's above board, correct?
Yeah, for the building permit?
Right, correct. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For a couple of years.
Okay, our next meeting is Tuesday, October 25th, and this meeting is officially adjourned.